What is going on, everybody? Hitmonchan here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game deck tech, and today we are going to be talking about Dragonite VSTAR that is coming out in the fast approaching Pokemon Go set. I'm very excited for that set. I think it's going to be really cool. A lot of playable stuff in there, like fun playable stuff, you know, not the most competitive but pretty fun. But I think Dragonite VSTAR could actually be pretty competitive when paired with the right partners, which I'll go into. But before we get into the video, I'd like to remind everybody to like the video if you enjoy it. It helps me out so much. Comment your thoughts down below. Comment your thoughts about Dragonite VSTAR. I want to hear what the community has to say. And then at the end of the video, comment down your thoughts on my deck list. What do you like, what do you not like, and what would you change? And last of all, subscribe, because I am posting new deck techs every single week, so you don't want to miss those. I got some crazy ones coming out in the near future. So after all that, let's get into the video. Dragonite VSTAR for a water, lightning, and 2 colorless has Giga Impact as an attack for 250 damage. The only condition: during your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Now you might be thinking that's kind of weak. You can't attack, you're gonna be stuck in the active, this, that, whatever. But I actually think this is quite strong, and I'll tell you why. 250 base damage, pair that with the Choice Belt, you're KOing every single VSTAR, 280 damage. Pair that with Radiant Howlucha, you're doing 310 damage, excuse me, not 320, 310 damage, which KOs the most important VMAX of them all, Mew VMAX. Now I think very strong card Dragonite VSTAR is. I think this card is crazy. Its VSTAR power, it's okay. It's not great. You're not going to be using that. You're going to be using the partner's VSTAR power. Draconic Star for a single colorless energy allows you to look at the top 12 cards of your deck, choose any amount of water and lightning cards you find there, and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. You shuffle the remaining cards back into your deck. It's okay if you don't have any other options, but I think that this card is best partnered with our good old friend Arceus VSTAR. Arceus VSTAR has 280 HP, and for 3 colorless energy has the Trinity Nova attack, dealing 200 damage. It allows you to search for 3 energy and attach them to your Pokemon V in any way you like. Now also, Arceus VSTAR has the Starbirth VSTAR power, which everybody I'm sure knows, which allows you to grab any 2 cards straight out of the deck. Very powerful VSTAR power. Now the reason I wanted to pair these 2 cards together is because you can kind of play this how Duraludon plays, but with more guaranteed KOs. You can search your deck, you can get your Arceus into play, power up your Dragonite on the bench, and then you can Starbirth for whatever you need. If you need a Choice Belt, if you need something like a Radiant Howlucha for that matchup, whatever you need, you can find immediately and consistently take 1-hit KOs. Now because Dragonite VSTAR needs to get moved out of the active in order to attack again, we have some switching cards in here that you can search out via Arceus' Starbirth ability. We have cards like an Air Balloon, we have cards like Switch, and we may have cards like Escape Rope, depending on, you know, if you want to change up the list a little bit. There's a bunch of different options that I'm going to go over at the end of the video, but for now, I'm just going to stick with my current list. So there are switching options in the deck. We've got 2 Switch and a Balloon right now. I was thinking of adding in an Escape Rope, as I said, to move around and consistently attack with Dragonite VSTAR. Now, another Pokemon that you can actually attack with is the base Dragonite V. The base Dragonite V from Evolving Skies is very powerful. And I'm going to show you exactly why. This is actually a really good backup attacker as well. For a water, and lightning energy, you can use Dragon Gale for 250 damage, and the only drawback is it does 200 damage to each of your benched Pokemon. Now, in this scenario, you're not really going to have a lot of benched Pokemon. You might have an Arceus and a Howlucha and another Dragonite, and only doing basically 250 with a very little drawback is very good. So you can even, if you would wanted to, take out the Dragonite VSTAR and go for a straight Arceus Dragonite V build, because 250 for 3 that can be instantly powered up is really powerful in this current meta, because with the Choice Belt now and with Radiant Howlucha, and even with cards like Leon, it is very easy to hit the perfect number. Now, some other cards that we have in here, I'm just going to quickly go over. We have 2 Hyper Potion, so you can heal your Dragonite VSTARs and keep them in play for a little bit longer. We also have cards like Crystal Cave that help our healing. We play 2 of those, so you can heal all your Dragonites every turn after turn. And then we have Pokemon Recovery. We have like Ordinary Rod in here just to help get those cards back into the deck. Now I'm gonna just go to the rest of the list here. This is the list that I'm working with that I really like a lot. Other cards we have 4 Quick Ball, 4 Ultra Ball for Pokemon Search, as well as 2 Evolution Instants in here. Fairly simple, fairly consistent. Also have 2 Training Court to get your energy back, because we do play 3 different types of energy technically. I did inspire my list based off of a couple Duraludon kind of style lists, but I will go over some changes that you could make to streamline this list a little bit better. Then we actually run 3 copies of Trekking Shoes. The reason I like to have Trekking Shoes in here is because it can help you kind of steamroll through your deck a little bit faster and acts as extra draw if you need to get to a boss or use a boss. Because we don't play a lot of supporters, a lot of different supporters, I should say. We only play 3 Avery, 4 Professor's Research, and 3 Boss's Orders. The 3 Avery is really good right now, especially with Palkia, VSTAR running amok everywhere. So being able to disrupt their bench while you're not keeping a lot of Pokemon on your bench is very powerful. And then we have the 1 Pokegear in here just to help us search a little bit deeper, dig a little bit deeper for some more supporter cards, because sometimes it can be tough to find your supporters, especially when you don't have a lot of different types of them. So that Pokegear is in here just to be safe and just to help out a little bit more. As for energy, we're running 4 Double Turbo, 3 Lightning, and 5 Water. Now, the 4 Double Turbo is actually pretty good because Double Turbo energy actually works with Dragonite VSTAR. It does bump your base damage down to 230, but you can bring that back up to 260 if you run a Choice Belt, which will one-hit KO some V-Stars, but it won't actually do too much. So that's why I was kind of thinking of playing a Leon in this deck, because you can search out Leon with Pokegear or with Arceus V-Star, and you can guarantee big knockouts even if you're using a Double Turbo on a Dragonite. My revisions for this list, like, this is basically my list and I really like this. This is most likely what I'm going to start out with when Dragonite V-Star officially releases in the Pokemon Go set. I believe that's coming out July 1st. My ideas are to add another Leon in and add another Pokegear in, and take out the 2 Hyper Potions. I'll have to play with it and see how it goes. I don't know how necessary those Hyper Potions are going to be, because we're actually aiming for big one-hit knockouts here. We're not really aiming for healing, but I think it's nice to have a little bit of a balance to start out, and then see what works and what doesn't going forward, because I think this card has a lot of potential, and Arceus is the miracle worker. Arceus can make a lot of cards work that usually can't, so I'm very excited for this card to come out. There's going to be a lot of cool decks resulting from the Pokemon Go set, and I'm working on a couple different lists right now, so stay tuned for that. I'm working on another Dialga list, and as well as like a Magikarp Gyarados list and some other funky stuff. Even a Centiskorch Charizard list might be seen down the line, so very excited to get into all the details of that. But that is basically a quick and easy video of my Dragonite V-Star list. I didn't want to take up too much time because hey, Pokemon Go set's coming out soon. Gotta get prepared, gotta get all my lists in order, and I'm very excited to play this list. I'm gonna bring it to my local league, and I'm going to try it and see how good it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. A little bit shorter compared to my other ones because there's no gameplay in this, and trying to get all my thoughts out on this list off the top of my head is a little bit challenging, but I'm very excited. That's just my excitement. So like I said, thanks very much for watching the video. Like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below what do you think of my list. There was a lot of great feedback on my Mewtwo V-Star list, which I want to thank everybody very much for. Like I said, in that comment section, it only makes me a better creator and a better deck builder and a better player. So I really do appreciate all the feedback that I've received. So I want to see what everybody thinks of Dragonite V-Star, this list, and see how people are people are perceiving this card. And subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. I got a lot more deck techs coming in the near future, as I said, and I'm trying to upload more and more consistency. We're trying to get to 100 subs, and I think we can do it by the end of July if we can band together and I can put out some banger videos and get some great feedback. So that would mean a lot to me. I would thank you very, very much for that. And thank you guys for watching. As always, Hitmonchan out.